Hello and kindness crew, welcome back to another video. Today we're trying to break the new mechanic Vivid that is in Lorwyn. Can we do it? Do we have a bunch of triggers? We're going to find out today. The new mechanic Vivid is here, and how do we break that mechanic? Vivid says you do X something equal to the number of colors among permanents you control, and with Aurora Awakener, we're trying to have 5 color permanents on the field, and when this card enters, reveal cards from the top of your library and put them onto the battlefield. So how do we do that today? We have Landfall Elves, our 1-drop green mana dork that's trying to ramp us to our high top end. We have 2 of Explosive Prodigy. It also has Vivid. This creature deals X damage to target creature. An opponent controls where X is number of color among permanents you control. It's a way we can interact with our opponent. Badger Mole is a really good green card, so we're using this as a way to ramp because if our Bloom Tender dies, we can ramp out to our high curve and we don't need a Bloom Tender. Speaking of Bloom Tender, it is one of the new cards printed. It has Vivid. For each color among permanents you control, add 1 mana any color. If you have 5 color among permanents you control, Bloom Tender does tap for 5 mana. It's pretty sweet. Tam is also in here to support that. So each other creature you control is hexproof from each of his colors, and target creature you control becomes all colors until end of turn. So you can target Bloom Tender with Tam, and then Bloom Tender can tap for 5. Formidable Speaker is the hotness from Lorwyn. In my opinion, one of the best cards. When this creature enters, you may discard a card. That means any card. If you do, search your library for a creature card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. It also has untap another target permanent, which is really helpful when you have like Badger Mole or Bloom Tender and you want to make a ton of mana. But if anything, it's a 2/4 for 3, and it has a big butt and it can block. Key role, intended in the first year, is a 3-drop 3/3. He is part of the combo, so we try not to fizzle. As we tap 2 untap creatures you control, copy target triggered ability you control. You may choose new targets for the copy, activate only once per turn. If we have an Aurora Awakener, we can tap 2 creatures, including Aurora Awakener, and we can have 2 copies of that trigger to try to combo off. What do you mean by combo off? We're playing a clone deck today, so we have 5 copies of a cloning effect from Naga Fleshcrafter, Visage Bandit, and Wax and Spell Feast as a way to keep comboing off by copying our Aurora Awakener to win the game. This deck doesn't really work unless you have Leyline of the Guild Pack. So Leyline and Guild Pack, if it's in your opening hand, you get to put this card on the field before the game even starts, and each non-land permanent you control is all colors. Lands you control are of every basic type in addition to other types. So if this is down and you play Bloom Tender on turn 2, you have access to 8 mana on turn 3, and it's kind of insane. So if we're trying to combo off by copying Aurora Awakener, what is our finisher? This is Terror the Peak. So whenever another creature you control enters, this creature deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target. So if we're copying a lot of 7/7s, and we have Terror the Peaks out, we're pinging our opponent 7 each time. So we're not going to kill our opponent in combat damage, we're going to kill our opponent with ETB triggers today. And then also in the top end, we have Shrine Striker. It's a 6-drop 3/3 Vivid. When this creature enters, draw cards equal to the number of colors among permanents you control. So in case we don't have an Awakener, this card is really solid because most of the time it just draws 5 cards. We can also clone this card to draw 5 more cards, and we can churn through a deck to find Aurora Awakener to combo off our opponent. And we're just playing best of 1 today. Just as a heads up, we played this deck and tried to tune this deck a little bit in normal queue before we hopped into Mythic queue, so we're going to lump both of the games together today. But before we get into it, please hit that subscribe button. We're trying to hit 1,000 subs before the end of the month. That would mean a lot to me because I'm having so much fun and I want to showcase and support and show some love for the game that I have by making more content for you guys. Without further ado, we're going to get right into the video and hope Vivid is as broken as we thought it would be during pre-release. Well, we have Leyline and nothing else. YOLO. I present my Leyline. Are you a control deck? That would be annoying. Well, let's play a Virgin Pass. We can cycle this, at least. A Relic, okay. I would like to draw some lands, please. Prodigy is not the way. So let's play this on Elf and pass. We have all 5 colors, though. Repurposing Bay. You got it. We drew our land, that's good. We play this. Formidable Speaker. Tossing Naga. Let's go get our Bloom Tender. Purposing Bay. To find Synthesizer? Yeah. Here we go. This Bloom Tender needs to live. Here's a Terror of the Peaks. Alright. Bloom Tender. Yes, we got the anime art. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Enigma Jewel. Okay. Don't kill Bloom Tender. A Relic. Oh, they tapped out? Alright, chat. Spin the wheel number 1. Spin the wheel, number 1 works. Trigger. 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 Oh, with this on the stack, I want to tap you and copy it. There's an Overlord. Let's pay 2 life. Trigger. Four to the face. There's a Terror of the Peaks. Let's copy another aura. Terror of the Peaks to the face. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is the way. This deck is sweet. I get to go first. We have Bloom Tender and Tam. Let's keep it. There's our Lantern Wolf. Forsaken Miner, okay. Let's play our Bloom Tender and pass. They can probably kill Bloom Tender here. And that means we need to go find another one. There it is. They discard Bloodghast. No box. There's a Leyline. I think I'm just gonna Speaker here. Leyline. Go find another Bloom Tender. With this tapped and pass. Even without an untapped land, we can Tam and Bloom Tender in 1 turn. There's the Bloodghast. This deck would probably be very bad against Izzet Lessons because they have so much removal against Bloom Tender. So maybe ramping... It's a skeleton deck, sure. So maybe ramping into... I have to protect my life total, so... They're going to get Corpse of the Lost back. That's fine. There's a Leyline, but that's... It is what it is. There's Bloom Tender... There's a Tam, and pass. So maybe because Izzet Lessons is so prominent in the format, maybe Random Encounter is the better way to make this deck. Because you only ramp in that, and then you go off, rather than having to worry about Bloom Tender living. Because that seems like our problem lately. We have to have Bloom Tender live, or we don't do anything. Like if they remove Bloom Tender here, then what do we do, right? They're trying on Speaker. Okay. No blocks. I don't think you understand this, opponent. But that's okay. We can Speaker here. Go for a Leyline. Go get Aurora Awakener. Play Aurora Tender and pass. So the only downside of this, by playing Formidable Speaker here, is if Aurora Awakener, if they discard our hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... I guess if they kill Tam, then it's bad as well, and we're relying on a land drop. Like if they play Corpses of Lost Share, it's Iron Shield Elf. Resolves. I don't think I'm too worried about that. Everything would have protection. It's a way to look at it. I mean, they remove Tam anyways, right? So it doesn't matter. But I would have a Leyline down instead right now. So I need untap land. Or Badger. That was probably our best draw. Is now we can Aurora Awakener? For 1? That's so sad. Yeah, you're right. Leyline, not having Leyline was bad there, but we make a bunch of 7/7s. That's fine. That's fine. I gotta go first. We have Tam and Bloom Tender this time. Let's keep it. We can turn 2 Badger Mole, turn 3 Bloom Tender and Tam. If they live, then we get to Aurora Waker on turn 4. That might be okay. It might be too slow though. We'll find out. Also, what is wrong with my Changeling? Look at the derpy face. This stupid moose. Alright, player version pass. Play Atlanta Realms. Oh no, we're behind. There's another Badger Mole. sick. So we play our first Badger Mole. I still think we Bloom Tender and Tam this next turn. Like what we... Unless we draw an untap land. Like we have to draw untap land to play all three. Another Bloom Tender. Play another Badger Mole, I guess. And play Bloom Tender. And pass. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough mana to play both Tam and Bloom Tender. Which is a problem. But my opponent seems to be slow enough. There's an Ouroboroid. Alright, the clock is on. Bump, 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 bump. Ooh, passage. We can Bloom Tender. Into Speaker. That's fine. And we'll play another Tam. And pass. And we just pass. My opponent is keeping up blue, so they probably have the counter target trigger spell. Nature's Rhythm for 2. For probably Badger Mole. There he is. Are you going to tap out on blue is the question. It's like that's a no. Alright, let's Tam Protect Bloom Tender. And let's play this Shrine Striker first because I expect them... Holy crap, look at all that mana. Would you like to counter this spell? That's a no. Alright, let's play Aurora Awakener. Would you like to counter this? We have a copy Flash Spell Thief here, which is great. Tam is legendary, so I don't care about Tam. Trigger, trigger. We're going off. There's another trigger. Our life doesn't matter. We can pay 2 life now. 1 to the face. 2 to the face. And my opponent's... What were they holding blue up for? I don't understand. I mean, I'm going to take it, but on to the next game. I get to go first. Here, let's try it. So we have to shock this in, play Landfall, and hope it lives. If it does, we get to turn Formidable Speaker to find like a Badger Mole. Let's go find a Badger Mole. Pitching, Curl, and pass. Those early games were kind of rough. I was not awake, I guess. There's a ley line. Alright, Badger Mole. On Breeding Pool. And now we can ley line. And pass. You saw it, you were there. Yeah, those beginning games were a little rough, and that's my fault. Most helpful Weaver. Friggin' on that super legendary spider now. They shock in. On a Seam Rip, probably for Badger Mole. Not gonna help you, buddy. Shelter by Ghost on Leyline, probably, or Formidable. That's a choice. So let's Formidable Speaker here. Throwing away Formidable Speaker. I'm gonna get Aurora here. Play tap, land, and pass. I guess we're short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're short here. I should have got a Bloom Tender, but I'm feeling okay. You're holding up something. What prio do you have? Nowhere to run? On what? The Breeding Pool? Okay. So we block. And no attacks. If we get to untap land, we can do it. Or Badger Mole. Most helpful Weaver. Yeah, that's not dead to us. Do not kill Landfall. Untap land. Hope Landfall lives. That's our best guess. We will not block. Alright, top deck gods. Oh, we did it! Slam Awakener. Hopefully it doesn't whiff. It did not whiff. Copy you. Enters tapped. Enters tapped. Alright, roll the dice again. Tear the Peaks. Liver. I don't think I want to draw some cards, but I want to copy for sure. Copy you. Trigger, trigger. 7 to the face. 7 to the face. This is fine. Explosive fine. Leyline is fine. Trigger, trigger. 1 to the face. 5 to you. I can pay 2 ward. It's fine. Trigger. You can just wipe their board. That's fine. There's some more copy effects. Copy you. I could also copy another terror to get more triggers. 1 damage to you, 2 to you. 5, 7, 1, 2, 7. More Aurora triggers. And then more triggers. I think my opponent is dead. But just to make sure, I can't do basic math. Neither can my opponent because he's not surrendering, so let's just stop the chain now. I think that's enough. Trigger, 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 trigger. Badger Mole on you. That's fine. And let's resolve them all. 24 stacks of Terror of the Peaks. This is going to be terrible to play in paper, but we did it. On to the next game. I don't think we can keep this. I don't think we can keep this either. This looks a little better. Put away some of our combo pieces. And hope my stuff lives to find a combo piece. We'll find out. Formidable Speaker, which is good. Starting town, so I guess we play this. Atlanta Whelp. And Bath. Relic, so we're against a synthesizer deck again. We drew Bloom Tender, which is amazing. So let's Badger Mole into Bloom Tender and hope we don't get Wrathed here. If we don't get Wrathed, we're in a great place. There's Synthesizer. Is that just enough to combo, right? We Formidable Speaker, throwing away Stomping Grounds to find Awakener. Oh, that's so good. Let's play Awakener. Trigger. There's another Awakener. And a way to copy it. So let's do this. Trigger on the stack. We can copy the Awakener trigger. Tapping you. Tapping you. We have 3 Awakener triggers. There's another copy effect. And I think it doesn't matter now. We can pay 2 life. That's fine. Aurora trigger. Prodigy is not what we want. No trigger there. We did the thing! Woo! On to the next one. Okay, so we have Leyline and Bloom Tender. We just kind of got to keep it, right? Play Leyline, play our Verge and pass. Through another land. Yeah, well, let's Bloom Tender. Hopefully their breeding pool means they don't have removal. Cash grab. Flipping over 2 Kioras, so is this Kavero? I think we can go faster in Kavero, right? So we can Speaker here. Ditching Lantern Elf to go get the combo. We can just attack for 1, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, Bloom Tender needs to live here. As long as Bloom Tender lives, we're doing wonderful. There's a Kiora. Pitching Bringer. Okay, well, it's time to combo. Untap you. With Bloom Tender. How much mana do we have? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we can play Terror of the Peaks here, right? And then Awakener. 7 to the face. Bloom 10. Oh my gosh, we will lift. Trigger. To the face. To the face. Pitch Prodigy. Getting another Awakener. Feels bad, man. Oh no. Town Greeter. Oh good. They didn't play Cavero. We got lucky. This is the weirdest standard format ever. Yeah, you can attack. I will block. Happily. So let's Awakener part 2. And hopefully you don't miss. 7 to the face. Bloom Tender, another Awakener. Okay, 2 life, it's fine. And opponent scoops up. On to the next game. Opponent goes first. Well, we have a ramp and maybe ways to protect it. Let's try it. Storm Chaser's talent. That's scary. We drew our Awakener at least, so let's shock in, play our Elf and pass. Hope our Elf lives. It doesn't. I am not surprised. So we drew another land, so we just Badgermole. Badgermole's dead. I am not surprised. Formidable Speaker is a fine draw. So let's Formidable Speaker. Throwing away this first year. Getting another Bloom Tender. Bloom Tender dies to Iroh's demonstration. That's sad. Opponent chalks in Passage. Yeah, that's a thing. We just pass? We'll just pass. Not doing anything. Like, you got it. Whatever you're doing. And an attachment. Yeah, you got it. Throwing away a Quench? Yeah. We played around that Quench. Shocking another Passage? Okay. Storm Chaser's talent. Why did they shock that in? Oh well. We will cycle. Prodigy's cute. There's Badgermole. We're just gonna crack off Wisdom, okay. Drawing a bunch of cards. Just Bloom Tender. And pass. I really want to get Tam and Bloom Tender down, but we've been missing the lands for a couple turns. Maybe my ordering going up to this turn might have been wrong, but like this is really bad if they play another Iroh's demonstration. Another Wisdom. This Formidable Speaker's blocking these otters for several turns is great. There's a Grand, so now we have a target for this Prodigy, which is great. Rock and Passage. Very aggressive. Another Wisdom, so that's their third Wisdom in the top 20 cards. That's sick. And to Boomerang Basics on Badgermole. That's... I don't think that's what you want to do, but... We take 4. For another land, that's sweet. So let's Prodigy here. Going Grand. Untap Bloom Tender, and then we could play Aurora Awakener for 3. Terror Awakener, untap land. Are we doing it? Are we doing it? 7 to the face is fine. Goes and play tapped. We can just kill these tokens. We could discard this to go find another Awakener. Or we could have found a clone effect. Both work. We're at 4. They Monument Endurance, get some looting effects twice, and we're dead. There's Endurance. That's step 1. There's a talent. There's step 2. Ring Basics on talent. Throwing away Monument to Endurance, so they have to make a treasure here. Now they can't 3 damage me. Like, they make a treasure. I'm at 1 life. Oh my gosh, did we do it? Yep. Just go to combat. Goodbye, Izzet. See you, friend. I have no sorrow for you playing Lessons. On to the next game. We beat the best deck in Standard with my jank. I love it. I go first. You can try it. My opponent's named Llanowar Elf, so I'm gonna do just that and play a Llanowar Elf. And they play Llanowar Elves. I am proud of them. They did the Llanowar Elf thing. We can play a Verge here. And Badger Mole. Let's just play another Llanowar Elf and pass. Unfortunately, Waxen's Shape Thief is on artifacts or creatures I control. Tifa. Ugh. Well, let's just Aurora Awakener to have a blocker. Into another Aurora Awakener. Into a Fleshcrafter. Into a Leyline. We're going off? Hello? Put this on blue and pass. Whoa, what was that? That was so lucky. Ride the Shaboof. Shaboof. Into Evolving Wilds. Yeah, you got it. Would you like to attack into my army of giant druids? Let's go. Sorry, Llanowar Elves. On to the next game. Well, we have Leyline. We have Prodigy to deal with something early. Formidable Speaker throwing away Fleshcrafter. Let's try it. Starting town. Yep. So let's just play Breeding Pool, tapped and pass. Verge. Starting town. Badger Mole. Okay. They might be the Airbending Infinite combo deck. But we drew another land. We can at least play Prodigy to get rid of Badger Mole Cub. And pass. If I was playing this weekend in Portland, I would be playing Kavero. Or have main board hate for Kavero. Like Lessons, main board hate. It's one of the two. I look forward to what comes out of Portland. We'll probably play a little bit of it. My opponent plays another Badger Mole. You got it. Into a dock. So they are the infinite looping combo deck. So let's Formidable Speaker. Honestly, throwing a land. Let's get a Bloom Tender. We can either copy Prodigy next turn and kill Dock Ops, or we just play Bloom Tender. And then hope to live one more turn. Just one turn too slow because we didn't have this Bloom Tender out earlier. Reality Fulcrum. Showing 2 more Dock Ops. Okay, that's really good for us. So I'm not playing Explosive Prodigy copied with Naga Fleshcrafter. Kind of a waste at this point. Urban Retreat. Through another land, so let's play our Bloom Tender. And pass, hope we live. If we live, we can play Aurora Awakener, and even if they Ang Aurora Awakener, we have plenty of mana to keep playing it. Especially with the untap from Formidable Speaker. They play Ang. Reality Fulcrum does not work with that 2 mana. So let's see what they get off Ang. Llanowar Elf. Oh, buddy. My opponent plays like I do. Fable Passage. Loosey-goosey and unhelpful. So they're off Ang mana now, so we just can do whatever we want, which is sweet. My turn. We're going to play our land first and be better. Play our Awakener, and let's try to combo. Tam, Prodigy, land, and Speaker. It's fine. So Prodigy can kill Doc. I don't care about Aang's trigger because I think you're dead. Let's go get another copy effect. And copy on Awakener. Wax and Shaper, Bloom Tender, lands are just fine. On the Awakener. There's Martera the Peaks. Paid 2 life. It's fine. My opponent, you are dead. 2 to the face. 2 to the face. And opponent gets up. Combo deck beats combo deck. Combo deck onto combo deck action. Oh, baby. So I hope you like some of those games. We went 8-5 in normal rank games. And then in ranked games, we went 8 and 9, so just an average record today, which is totally fine for a jank combo deck. And the biggest downfall of this deck is if my opponent has a lot of removal, we cannot ramp out with Bloom Tender, and this deck kind of just fumbles around at that point. Not saying that this is like a really good deck, it's going to be top tier because there's like Lessons deck that's going around, or the Cavero deck, and this deck probably doesn't have the greatest matchup because it's just slower or it can't handle the mass amount of removal that's going around in this format to counteract Badger Mole. But when my opponent doesn't have mass removal, this deck goes off and it just wins. But beyond that, it's fun having so much trigger on the stack and killing your opponent outside of combat. But if you're a fan of jank combos and you're a fan of like quick games, I would recommend playing this deck. And we're all about having fun on this channel and doing something that isn't always meta tier S. With that being said, almost at 1,000 subs, and it'd mean a lot to me if you guys would subscribe down below. Leave a comment on what your favorite Lorwyn card is or what deck you would love for me to play or brew around next. But thanks for watching.